Oh, effortlessly done. Nice swing. Yeah, that's going to work for you. I'm liking that. Let's see how he deals with this little test from the greenside rough. And this ball plugged down into this bunker. He's going to have to dig this one out. Should be interesting. Ooh, he almost got that to go. Let's see what happens here. He's in the bunker. He's got 15 feet to the cup. Looks like this one's breaking to the right. Oh, so close. And 3 skins on the line with this putt. I think we got a left to right break here. Ouch, right by the hole. And he's setting up for a bogey putt here. Three skins on the line with this putt. Nicely done for multiple skins on this one. Very well done. And after that one, you've got 3 skins. Okay, we have a new skin up for grabs on this hole. Let's get down there, see what happens. Well, what can you do about it? Nothing. He's ready to let her rip here. Let's see what he does. Oh my, splash. And this is our 3rd shot. Well, that approach kind of missed the mark a little bit. Okay, we've found your friend here in the deep rough. Let's see how he does. That one, yeah, that's in the water. Could be slightly too much club. Okay, we're in the green side rough. Let's get out of here. Ouch, swallowed up into the abyss. Setting up in the green side rough. Okay, we're nestled on into this green side rough, it would appear. Oh, pretty good with the chipper there. And he's in the green side rough. See you later to that ball. And let's see how he does from the green side rough. And look at what he's left himself here. This is quite a putt to have. I think it's breaking to the left. All right, just letting you know, one of your other opponents has voted to concede this putt. And he'll get a skin. He drops this. And this putt for his skin. And that putt will drop. 3 skins for you after that one. Okay, 15th hole is next. This one's a par 5. Looks like this one's in the fairway. All right, let's go. Let's launch this one out there. Nothing wrong with that. And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does. Second shot here on the 15th. Those shots are going to happen to you. And let's see what happens. This is his second. This might be bad. And from the deep stuff. This shot's about 80 yards out. Okay, coming out of the rough here. Good work there. Great shot on the approach. Okay, this one's for his par. It looks like this one's breaking right to left. This is sheer insanity. How is he going to do this? Let's just wait and find out. And this putt is from 30 feet. One of your other competitors has voted to concede this putt. Care to join them? Looks like he started this one out right. Continues to be online. Oh, and he gets it to go. Well, you need to sink this one if you want to carry the hole. There you go. Well done, and that's going to carry this hole over. Well, no one won that hole, so we're carrying things over. 2 skins up for grabs on the next hole. Okay, lengthy par 4 ahead of us here. Oh, and you got all of that one. And let's see how this tee shot fares for him. from here, he's looking at around 195 yards to the pin. Well, that one's goodbye. All right, here he is in the first cut. Let's see how this goes. And here's our second shot on the 16th. Heading left. Well, missed the green on that one, but I've already forgotten about it. And he's hitting out of the deep stuff here. Oh my, splash. And this one coming out of the deep rough. I'll see you later to that ball. Well, that one's goodbye. And he's coming out of the deep rough here. Oop, that one, yeah, that's in the water. He's got a 16-footer. This one looks like it'll break to the right. Almost. Okay, here's a par putt. Looks like this one's taking a break to the left. And nicely done. Now let's see what your friend can do. 7-foot putt for him. And now we get to see a reminder of where everybody stands currently. You got 3 big fat skins on the line here. Let's do this. Don't know what that was. Just a little off on that approach. And he's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has. Going with the hybrid. He just barely got into the light rough here. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here. See you later to that ball. Okay, he's in the green side rough here. Ooh, he almost drops it in there with the chip. And this is our second shot here on the 17th. And this next one's for his double bogey. Just letting you know, one of the other competitors has voted to concede the putt. Oh, sliding by. 5 feet to go. Nicely done. Let's see what the others do here. And if he sinks this, he'll get 3 skins. And as he lines this up, this will be for bogey. All right, that putt will go. And next hole, 4 skins on the line. Look out. Let's see how you do here on the 18th. Oh, that one, yeah, that one took a dive. All right, let's see what he does on this one. Hoping this holds on to the fairway. Oh, barely into that first cut there. Couldn't hold on to the fairway. Well, that one's goodbye. And around 195 yards to the pin for him. Let's see what happens. And his fourth shot on this hole. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here. Close your eyes, I think we're in the rough. Okay, greenside sand. Let's see what you have. Oh, almost hold it out. And if he sinks this, that'll get him 4 skins. This one looks like it's moving a bit to the right here. Looks like he's put it on a good line. Oh, continuing to look good. Oh, and the putt misses. He did well to get it there, though. And this putt's around 11 feet out. I think we got a right to left break on this one. Okay, one of the others has voted to concede the putt. You could join them if you like. And he's going to be getting 4 skins if he sinks this next putt. And our winner is walking away with 5 skins at the end of this one. Well, might as well get on my way here. I had fun with you today. Hopefully we'll see you real soon.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're on the cliffs of La Jolla, California, the famed Torrey Pines venue, and it's our opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. I'm Luke Elvey alongside my great mate Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course bringing you all the shots, all the colour, all the action are Henny Quirk and John McCarthy. And Beamer, certainly set up for a stunner today at Torrey Pines South. What do you think these players face this week from the course?
They face a rude awakening. They haven't played too many golf courses yet this year, but they're going to run into Torrey Pines South, and you're going to figure out exactly how good a shape your golf game is in, because it's ruthless. And if you're not careful, you can go out there and shoot a big number in a hurry. It tests every facet of your game. This golf course is an absolute brute.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Wow. That's classy. Good save from there.
In trouble off the tee in that fairway bunker with that putt, saves the par. Well done.
Torrey Pines South has a wonderful short par 4 coming right here at the second.
Yeah, a nice little ease into the round, isn't it? Fairway metal off the tee, driver really not needed, but this green can get a little tricky with 3 distinct tiers on it. Find the right one, and you could be finding an early birdie.
Down to Henny we go.
You don't get lucky this often out on a golf course. It's in the second cut, but looking nice.
Oh, that looks like a flyer. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This putt's going to move pretty hard to the left.
That one had plenty of heat on it as it went past the hole. Time now for the 4th shot. Oh, he's up, Tiger. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
He's currently tied for 7th. One of the most photographed holes in all of the PGA Tour is this downhill par 3 3rd at Torrey Pines South.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Going with the 6-iron here. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
Just hammered that through the line. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double.
So far, so good.
That's well holed. He's currently tied for 14th.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in two. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Wow, what a shot. Even for the day. Currently tied for third. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. He's looking for his first birdie of the day. So close. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
Short putt moving to the left.
That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Now 4 back after that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. 4 strokes off the lead. It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
This would be a great up and down. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. And he's down there. You got to read.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
That's disappointing. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 6th hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the North or the South course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging. but they're fair. And I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
The old hammer hands putt. 6th shot coming up. Oh, that's a nice line. That's a good one to hole. Always a bonus when you're off the green. And let's have one more look at that shot. Now 7 shots behind after that. Over to 7 here at Torrey Pines South, Rich. A great par 4 that requires good positioning off the tee as well.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
And yeah, I don't think that's enough from the rough.
A bit wild on approach there.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
This putt for par here. Job done. Let's head to the next. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. We head up a hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. And he's down there. You got a read?
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Coming off a run of 3 straight bogeys. Oh, what a putt.
Out of the rough, out of position. Never mind. That is not a bother. Knocks it in. Thank you very much.
And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
This one's headed towards the rough. Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
That is a high-quality shot. Got a lot of that one. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Okay, time to return to the action. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
An opportunity to make a par here. Oh, that's pure heart. Great fight to make that putt.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
The back nine at Torrey Pines South starts with a shortish par 4, but the angle of the fairway makes this quite a tricky hole.
Fairway tilts significantly from left to right, so you need to hug the left-hand side. From there, uphill second shot to an overhanging lie from left to right. This is a difficult par 4 to get the distance control spot on.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Yeah, nice from the rough. Oh, that is textbook. Well, after watching that, Tom Kim's thinking to himself, I better up my game here.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Starting this one way out to the right. Let's return to live play now. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this one for birdie.
The putt drops, and we're moving on. Trailing by 7 after that hole. The 11th at Torrey Pines South plays downhill, but it's still a long par 3.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Well, a little off the target with that one. This would be a great up and down. That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. Now let's head to Tom Kim. Just 3 back from the leader. Oh my. Holds it from the bunker. Okay, let's get back to the action. John, have you got a good read on this one?
I think this one's moving right to left.
Well, this would be a great par putt if you can make this. Ooh. This one for bogey. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Rich, in your opinion, is this the hardest par 4 on the entire West Coast?
If it's not, it's certainly top 2. The only other one that I could think that it would come close to is probably the 10th at Pebble, especially with the tee box all the way back there. You know, it's just, it doesn't have the scenery, but it has the demand that you can't geek a drive out there and expect anything good to happen, and you certainly can't afford really to have a bad iron shot either. It's just a strong par 4. Again, different look than what you have at 10 at Pebble, but it's the difficulty is just the same.
Yeah, this is going to airmail the flag.
Nicely done. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
This is about 24 feet for him here.
A birdie putt awaits. Ooh. A 7-footer right here. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. 13 is a really cool par 5, the first of 2 in the inward 6 holes here, but you've got to nail your drive if you want to get there in 2.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
He's standing over his third shot.
One extra club required to this elevated green.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. And it's a one-stroke par far for our leader over the field. Over to 14 we go, a par 4.
And a really good par 4 once again. Dogleg from right to left. Those bunkers on the left, you don't want any part of them. And from there, the difficulty is judging the distance with your second shot. This is an infinite edge look from the fairway. So when it pins in the back section of this green, it's nearly impossible to judge the distance. This is a wonderful, wonderful design.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. Now 8 shots back after that hole. 15 works slightly back inland here at Torrey Pines South, but you still need plenty of focus.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
This one doesn't look like it's hit with full intent. Nicely done. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. That's disappointing. This is a bogey putt coming up. And he's down there. You got to read.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
This next putt for double bogey. And that putt will drop. Well done. Currently at +8 for the event. Well, the finish at Torrey Pines South captivates everyone. It really starts here at the 16th, a par 3 playing across the ravine.
Yeah, long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Ah. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
And that's Victor Hovland on top of the leaderboard. Your ball striking certainly gets tested off the tee here at 17 as we head for home at Torrey Pines South.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
This is his 4th shot. That's got too much heat. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Putting for bogey here. This one's online. That limits the damage.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Currently +10 now for the event. Well, the finishing hole at Torrey Pines South is a famous one. There's been so many cool memories that have happened over the years here. Doe Britton too?
If you get the opportunity, why wouldn't you? I mean, this is probably the best risk-reward par 5, or one of the best on the PGA Tour. You find the fairway, just the water there on the left-hand side fronting this green. It's going to make you think all day long, do I have enough? Can I carry it? Should you find the green? Yes, you got a decent opportunity at eagle, birdie at worst, but you start missing it left and right. That's when things get a little bit dicey.
That's disappointing.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Ooh. Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
It's got to go uphill and to the right, it seems.
Ooh. 7 feet to the cup. The round now in the books. Good luck next time. So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, my friend.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time now for the second round of the Farmers Insurance Open from Torrey Pines. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. It's great to have you with us. Our leader is 8 under par as we get underway here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the first hole. Oh, that was mashed. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
I think this one is going to be breaking hard to the left.
Whew, had a fair bit of pace on that one. And this one is for bogey. Sitting at 12 over for the event. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. Wow, he let the big dog eat there, didn't he? Time for the second shot here on the second hole. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Let's check in with Tom Kim, shall we? How close was that to going down? And back to the course with the live action. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
A little bit too much on that putt. Putting for a par here. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the third hole, a par 3.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Whoa, down there, horsey. There's nothing better than a downhill shot to a green in golf.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Yeah, nicely played. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Yeah, he's looking at a bogey putt here.
That's disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Currently 14 over par for the event.
Not much happening moving down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And he's down there. You got a read?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
Oh, that one just had a bit too much pace on it. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
And in it goes for the par.
I tell you, you can't trust a putter. It's betrayed him all day long and finally gives him some kindness.
Let's go to hole number 5. And it's a par 4.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Well, when he exploded onto the PGA Tour, Tom Kim was everyone's second favourite player, wasn't he? He's got that bright, effervescent vibe about him, and he just seems to play the game with a kind of enthusiasm of youth.
I kind of like how you said Tom Kim was the second favorite player on tour. Listen, I get it. You know, there's always going to be one great, big, popular guy. But, you know, Tom is that breath of fresh air, isn't it? He's a young kid. He comes out here, he's smiling, he plays with exuberance, he's in love with the game, and he shows it when he's out there, doesn't he? I think that's why it makes him a fan favorite, because he looks like he's having fun doing what he loves to do.
As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5, just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Lovely effort, that.
Trouble ahead, needs to stay on this fairway.
Ooh. Now lining up this putt. Still some meat on the bone. Starting this one way out to the left. Let's get back to it, shall we? Just a short putt remaining here. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough.
Made bogey here yesterday, and it looks like deja vu all over again.
This one's going right at the pin here. And that one's on the dance floor, but a long way from the DJ. John, have you got a read on this one?
I'm not seeing too much in this from this vantage point. It should go a little bit to the right.
And this one is for his par. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. We've arrived now at the par 3/8.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Don't you just love a big breaking left to righter started perfectly online?
Let's try and make this one. And only drop the one shot. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Oh, I like this. The cover's coming off the big dog. Time to let it loose.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully you hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Well, that doesn't look to be a great lie, but John's down there. How bad is it?
I'm not seeing a whole lot of ball in the sand here, guys. Let's see how they deal with this one.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
And he can now go and grab the putter because he's found the green. If he makes this, he'll save his par. All right, Rich, you got any power of positivity thoughts going on in that mind? This player's facing the cut line at the moment with 9 to play.
Well, they need some lady luck on their side because right now nothing is going their way. It's going to take an awful lot to see him through the weekend.
That's not the shot he was hoping for. Time for the second shot at the 10th. I'm not sure he selected the right club here. This one looks to be coming up short. This now, his third shot. And that's safely on the surface, but still some work left with the putter. Setting up here with a very long putt. And back to the play, shall we? 18 feet to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This one's like a going left to right, it looks like.
So close. Putting for a bogey. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
I've been all around this, tried to read it, just can't see it, but he's got about 22 feet.
Come on, don't be shy.
This is on the tracks. Oh, it's in the hole. Beautiful. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
And not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Nice stroke. Oh, what a putt. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Oh, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. Oh, the rough could have been a factor in this one. That's found the bunker. Not ideal. John, how's it lying?
Ball really burrowed into this bunker. They're going to need to be quite careful as they exit this beach, guys.
And he'll be glad to be putting now. Now let's head to Tom Kim. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's really tough to see, but it's going to be straight and then just switch left.
It's got a chance. There it is. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely do they put the pin in the middle. But boy, I'd tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
Toot, toot. There's Tom the Tank Engine. Don't we love Tom Kim? He has got some go in him.
He's got all kinds of giddy up in him. Yeah, he's just a breath of fresh air, isn't he? Young kid out there having some fun, playing the game that he loves. And it shows. He's out there smiling, laughing, engaging with the fans. You know, it's refreshing. It's nice to see that because, you know, the PGA Tour can be so cutthroat at times, and yet you have this young kid out there who's just happy to be here, but he's happy to be here and winning.
This putt is for double bogey.
Don't be fooled by the short length. There is still a lot of movement here to the left.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Oh, John's been down there calling all the action. We'll have a good read on the lie here.
Well, they're in deep here, guys. Really nestled into this sand trap. Let's see what happens.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Ever so slightly, this one's going right.
Solid par putt, that. As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. Here we are on the par 4 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend. Four left.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Let's check in with Tom Kim, shall we? Big par saver coming up for this fella. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ah, 4 feet to the cup. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. And we've arrived at a par 3.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
He has this putt to save his par.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Let's return to live play now. Setting up for his third shot. That one almost went in the hole. Bogey putt coming up here.
There is a significant amount of right to left on this putt.
And he'll drop down the leaderboard after that effort. The 18th hole is a par 5.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
He might need this one to sit down a bit. He'll be disappointed by that. That one finds the water. And he's safely on the green. John, what's the line on this putt?
This putt's going to go uphill, break left to right.
Well, that one's come off the blade with intent. And makes it. What a bomb.